What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Single Guy channel. My name is Lloyd, and today we're going to be talking about the no contact rule. So I got a question from this guy, and he's wondering whether he should use it or not to get a girl back that he feels like he messed up with. Okay, so the no contact rule, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically when you don't contact the girl for, like, say a week or a month or something like that, and even if she contacts you, you don't respond. Now, the way this rule came about, and I guess, people have obviously been using this for a long time, but it came about because therapists were teaching couples how to move on from each other. Now, a lot of people have taken this rule and actually used it for dating to get a woman back in their life that they feel like they've lost, and it can actually be pretty effective sometimes. Definitely more effective for women. I think it was designed mostly for women, but it can be very effective for men too. The woman starts thinking, oh, I thought I had this guy and now I don't, and she kind of misses him and she wants him back. And so in those circumstances, the no contact rule can be effective at getting a girl back. But there are a lot of circumstances where the no contact rule is not effective, and I think a lot of people are using it at the wrong times. In this video, basically, I'm going to be talking about what the no contact rule is, which I kind of just explained, and then I'm also going to be telling you when to use it and when not to use it. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is when to not use the no contact rules. Okay, the first situation you shouldn't use the no contact rule in is for sure if she is no longer attracted to you. If a girl's no longer attracted to you, the no contact rule is not going to work anymore. Okay, she's moved on, and you just not contacting her might even make it easier for her. Sure, she might feel a little like, oh, like this guy's not, contacting me, and she might hit you up once or twice just to see if you're still attracted to her, but ultimately she's going to move on, and you not contacting her isn't going to help your cause. During this period of time, a lot of times, if she was the one that broke up with you and she's no longer attracted to you, she's actually probably moved on pretty quickly. A lot of people don't want to hear this, but she's probably not thinking about you a lot. She's definitely not thinking about you as much as you're thinking about her. And if you're not contacting her, that's just going to help the process along. Okay, the second reason is that if you took her for granted. So if you've been hooking up with a girl, if you've been seeing her for a short period or a long period of time, and you kind of just been lazy in the relationship, you haven't been contributing, you haven't been hitting her up, maybe you've been cheating on her, she's sick of it, she doesn't want to deal with this anymore, so she breaks up with you. You using the no contact rule at this point, again, it's only going to reaffirm her decision. She's going to be like, see, this guy didn't care about me, he's not texting me, he's not messaging me, and if she has half a brain, she's going to stay broken up with you. Now, there's a small percentage of women that are really insecure, that have really messed up psychology, that will hit you back up. And dude, if you're gonna get back together with this girl, you really gotta ask yourself the question of, do I really wanna be with this girl? Or am I just being with her because I can't get someone better? Or I can't get someone else to fill that void in my life? And if you are doing it for that reason, you're a dick. Another reason if you shouldn't use it is if she can move on quite easily. So this is kind of related to the first point about if she no longer feels attraction for you. If there's a difference in mate value between the two of you, if she can walk outside and get somebody better than you, then she's probably going to get somebody better than you and not contact you. Okay, so you have to ask yourself that question. And using no contact in this case is only going to make it easier for her. She's probably going to be in some other dude's arms within a couple weeks. A lot of girls, they'll say they aren't going to hook up with a guy, or they're going to take time for themselves. But I'm telling you from my own experience, the number of girls that I've slept with that have just broken up with their boyfriends, that is not true. Another reason is if she has too much self-pride, or she's really insecure and she just won't hit you up because she feels like she's going to lower herself. Using no contact in this case, these particular types of women that are insecure and they think that by messaging you they're going to lower their worth or something like that, or I'm too good, he should hit me up. I don't know why you would want this girl back in your life, but using no contact is not going to help because she's just not going to hit you up because she's too prideful. Now, hitting somebody up and sending them a message obviously doesn't mean that you're lower than them, but in their mind, because they're insecure, it does. Another reason is if she's had plenty of experience with breakups. If she's broken up and had short relationships with guys, she kind of know how the things work. She's probably had the no contact rule done on her before. She knows it's a trick, and she's emotionally ready to deal with the consequences, okay? So when she makes a decision, she's gonna stay firm with it. You using no contact rule is kind of like a trick, and it works on a lot of young girls and people that haven't been in a lot of relationships. And also, if the girl is not really secure in her decision, it can work on that too. But it does not work if the girl's firm in her decision and she's been through this process before. Another time not to use the no contact rule would definitely be if her friends and family don't like you. Basically what's gonna happen is she's gonna break up with you, and then her friends and family are all gonna gather around and they're gonna tell her how horrible you were, how glad they're, she's a part. They're gonna say all the bad things about her. Now, if she hates her friends and family, this might actually be good, but usually that's not gonna happen. Usually she's gonna listen to them, she's gonna be thankful for her decision. Okay, so we've talked about when not to use the no contact rule. So when should you use the no contact rule? Well, the first most obvious reason is she's not going to be able to move on from you, okay? She's not going to be able to find a guy who's better than you. So she's going to come back to you because you're the best guy that she could get. If she could get something better, then she'll probably get with that guy and not you. But if you are the best and you are the best thing that's ever happened to her, then she'll come back to you. The problem is most of the time, most people don't know that. Second reason is that you want to get over her, okay? If you've broken up with a girl or she's broken up with you and you feel like the best decision for you guys is to move on, a very intelligent and mature decision, because there's plenty of fish in the sea, man. Like if you're having problems with this girl, you're probably gonna have problems with her again. Okay, if you're trying to move on, this is the most common reason why I use the no contact rule is I don't contact them. I don't put them in my mind. I'm not following them on Instagram. I'm not like DMing them. I'm not looking at their stories. I put them out of my life because I'm moving on, and that's the process that you have to start on. And if you continue to like message them and use them to give you those positive emotions, then it's gonna make it that much harder to move on. What you need to start doing is start relying on yourself to get good emotions. If you've been relying on her for your positive emotions for a long period of time, it's going to hurt. It's going to be hard. I mean, you have a lot of your ego and your self-worth attached to this person, and not contacting them and thinking that they don't like you and all that stuff, it can hurt. It can be really hard, but it's even harder if you continue to get little bits and pieces of positive emotions by them responding to a text message, by you thinking that they're gonna like date you again. These things will only make it longer for you to move on. Another reason to use the no contact rule is if you were being too needy and you want to give her some space. Okay, this is pretty good. So let's say you have a girl, if she was really attracted to you at one point in time and then you started acting kind of needy, you were started to be too possessive or something like that and pushed her away, well, then you pulling back a little bit, giving her some space, it'll give her some time to realize, hey, maybe there were some good times between us, and this guy isn't really what I thought he was. I thought he was getting too possessive, I thought he was getting too needy, but the fact that he hasn't contacted me and he seems to be doing great seems to show that he actually is okay with himself and he's not that needy guy that I thought he was. However, this doesn't always work. This is not a for sure way to get her back, but it can definitely be one of the things that you can do to do that. Another reason to use the no contact rule is if she breaks up with you as a power play. Now, this is kind of the same way, this is kind of a similar girl as the girl who's like gonna be too prideful to message you back, okay? These girls are bad news, okay? If she breaks up with you as a power play and then you don't contact her and she still obviously really likes you, she's gonna think, oh, well, like that guy, I thought I had him and I don't have him. I lost a great thing and I just did it for silly reasons, and she'll probably come back to you. So she's not breaking up with you because she doesn't like you. She's breaking up with you because she's insecure and maybe she believes that you're gonna break up with her. This might be a reason to use the no contact rule. However, if you have a girl who's doing these sorts of things, you have to ask yourself if that's the right girl you want to get with. Okay, so those are all the reasons when to and when to not use the no contact rule. Hopefully you've seen how limited this rule is. Too many guys overuse it. I think guys use it as a defense mechanism because they're worried about being seen as needy, and they think, oh, if I never contact the girl or never message her, I'm not going to be needy. The problem with this though is that messaging a girl and contacting them does not make you needy. Sure, if you do it too much, it makes you needy, but intermittent contact showing her that you're interested is actually a pretty high value thing to do. What I think a lot of guys make the mistake of is women are looking for a guy that wants them but doesn't need them. And so to emulate this, what a lot of guys do is they don't message the girl, but what that ends up showing is that shows that they need the girl, but they're showing the girl that they don't want her, which is the exact opposite of what you want, okay? You want to show her you want her, but you don't need her. You can pursue, you can stay in contact, you can intermittently message a girl and have that fun, positive energy. Show her that you want her in your life, but that your life is great without her as well. And if you do that, then you're gonna get the girl back in no time at all, okay? So what I recommend that you do is, yeah, for a lot of these situations, sometimes the no contact rule would work, but I think for a lot of the situations that it doesn't work for, maybe intermediate contact and just giving a fun, positive vibe, staying on your purpose and improving yourself as a man will be the best thing that you can do. And ultimately, it's not 100% accurate. Like a lot of these, you're just gonna lose, and you have to be prepared to move on in this life. If you meet someone and things don't work out, it's okay. A high value guy knows that there's gonna be a girl just around the corner that's gonna be just as good for him, and he knows that he can get her. And if you're not feeling like that, well, then you need to work on yourself a lot more. And that's what I talk about all the time on this channel. So if you want more advice, check out some of my other videos about how to talk to girls, how to show confidence. That's the way that you're gonna develop yourself as a man and make sure that you're getting the girls that you want in your life, and you won't run into these problems, and you're not gonna be having to use these silly, stupid tricks like no contact to get them back. So hopefully you guys got something out of this. If you made it to the end, consider subscribing. I come out with videos like this every single week. If you're interested in my weekly one-on-one mentorship program, shoot me an email, TheSingleGuy2017 @gmail.com. Thanks a lot, y'all. Good luck out there.